Welcome back to Boxes of Trauma, things I found in my hoarder mother's condo and storage unit that made me feel things. She had a lot of these composition books. She would, and as I've talked about before, so many notebooks with the first 2 or 3 pages filled out and then, moved on to something else, another fixation or another hobby or another list to be made or needed a new fresh notebook, anything like that. So my mom was diabetic for my whole life, I think. And it was very uncontrolled, which is what led to, I'm sure, most, if not all of her health issues in her later years, or mid to later years, really, because they started when she was way too young to be having all those problems. Anyway, so she would religiously check her blood sugar and take her insulin like she was supposed to. So this is, I don't know how she kept up this book for that long. This is starting in June, it looks like. And all these pages, right? So this is exactly the time, 7:49 a.m., 6:09, 9:50 a.m., 4:30 p.m., exactly what her blood sugar was and then what insulin she took. She took a combination of insulin. One of them was sort of a set number. One of them was on a sliding scale. She had a complicated insulin regimen that I'm sure some of you know about, and it doesn't really matter. I don't really need to remember or try to remember all the details. At one point, I knew all this. So look what a good job she did recording all of this information. Isn't that crazy? It's like, in the movies, like where they find the serial killer's journal or whatever, and it's all like this crazy writing. That's what this looks like to me, all these numbers and stuff. But she did a great job. But did she do anything to change these numbers or affect these numbers? Absolutely not. She did a really good job of keeping track of them, did nothing to make them any different. And she had a lot of highs. 353. She had a lot of high blood sugars. Her body was so used to it though, you couldn't even tell. And she had a lot of times where the meter read high. She even had a meter that went up to, was it 500 or 600? And it would just say high once you pass like that point. Her body was very used to, not used to, obviously, because it caused a lot of problems, but like you couldn't tell sometimes. You couldn't tell. She'd be like, I feel okay. Like, you are not okay. Like when you look at the number. Anyway, then it suddenly stopped. So something must have happened where she got off her kick in August. Anyway, just interesting, This was really important to her for several months. And she just kept such good records of this, but couldn't keep anything else together, like anything else together.